The galaxy had waited a long time for this day. For centuries, the Galactic Council watched Earth from a distance. Humans were loud, divided, and always fighting among themselves. They were clever, yes, but reckless. To the great empires of the stars, humanity looked young and unstable. Still, Earth had survived many disasters. Wars, plagues, near extinction. Somehow, they endured. So the Council finally decided to invite them. The message sent to Earth was polite and clear. Humanity was asked to send diplomats. Peace talks. Trade agreements. A chance to join the galaxy as a minor member. Many alien leaders expected nervous humans in thin ships, smiling too much and asking for protection. Earth did not reply right away. Days passed. Then weeks. Some council members laughed. Others grew annoyed. A few felt uneasy. Humans were known for reacting late, then acting fast. Too fast. Then, without warning, something appeared near the council space. It was not a diplomatic ship. It was a warship. Huge. Dark. Covered in scars. Its hull was thick and rough, like it had been through many battles and survived them all. It did not shine. It did not display colors or symbols. It moved slowly, confidently, as if it owned the space around it. Alarms rang across the council station. Scanners activated. Readings flooded in. The ship was old by human standards, yet its systems were powerful. Its weapons were active. Its shields were strong and layered in ways alien scientists did not fully understand. This must be a mistake, one council member said. Humans send diplomats, not battleships, another replied. But deep inside, many already knew the truth. The ship ignored all greeting signals. No response. No identification. Only silence. That silence felt heavy. The council ordered a closer scan. The results made several leaders uneasy. This ship was not built for defense. It was not built to scare. It was built to end wars quickly and completely. It carried weapons designed to erase fleets, not threaten them. Still, the humans said nothing. The ship stopped at a perfect distance. Close enough to strike. Far enough to stay safe. It positioned itself directly in front of the council station, blocking the stars behind it. That was when the fear truly began. Some alien races had never seen war on their home worlds. Others had conquered dozens of systems without real resistance. To them, war was numbers and strategy. Humans treated war differently. The council demanded an explanation. Finally, the warship responded. A single human voice filled the chamber. Calm. Steady. Neither angry nor polite. This vessel represents Earth. No greetings. No apologies. Just a statement. The voice continued. You asked for diplomats. We considered it. The ship's weapons powered slightly higher. Not enough to fire. Enough to be noticed. We decided this was more honest. Murmurs spread across the chamber. Some leaders were offended. Others felt insulted. A few felt something worse. Understanding. The human voice spoke again. Earth does not attend meetings unprotected. History taught us that lesson. Data began to transmit. Records of human wars. Invasions. Betrayals. Broken treaties. Extinction-level attacks humans had survived by pure will. The council watched in silence. This was not a threat. It was a warning. The voice ended with one final line. You wanted to meet humanity. This is humanity. The transmission cut. The warship stayed silent. And the galaxy realized something terrible. Earth did not come to ask for peace. They came to make sure peace would not be forced on them again. The council chamber stayed silent long after the human transmission ended. No one spoke. No one moved. The warship remained outside, dark and patient, like a predator that knew it did not need to rush. Its weapons stayed powered, its shield steady. It showed no signs of aggression, yet every sensor screamed danger. Some council members were angry. Others were scared. A few were thinking very carefully. The council leader finally broke the silence. "Humans send a warship instead of diplomats," he said. "This is disrespect." But even as he spoke, his voice lacked strength. Because respect, the humans had shown in a different way. They had shown honesty. Another council member, from an old warrior race, leaned forward. "That ship is not here to attack," she said slowly. "If it wanted us dead, we would already be gone." That truth settled heavily in the room. The council ordered another attempt at communication. This time, the humans answered at once. The same calm voice returned. No emotion. No pride. "You are afraid," the voice said. "That is reasonable." Many leaders reacted with anger at those words, but none interrupted. The voice continued. "We studied your history before accepting this invitation. Many of you rose by conquest. Others by force. Some by pretending peace while planning war." Images appeared across the chamber. Alien wars. Destroyed worlds. Broken alliances. "You expected Earth to arrive unarmed," the voice said. "That expectation alone proves why we could not." The council demanded to know why a single warship was sent. The answer came quickly. "This ship is not a threat," the human said. "It is a statement." The warship released more data. Schematics. Energy readings. Weapon tests. Not secrets, but enough to understand the scale of power it carried. Gasps filled the chamber. This was not Earth's strongest ship. It was an old one. Retired from frontline service. Sent because it was enough. Some council members whispered in panic. If this was an old ship, what did Earth truly have? The human voice spoke again. "We did not come to join your council as a weak species asking for safety." The ship adjusted its position slightly. A perfect tactical move. "We came as equals." One council member tried to threaten Earth, claiming the combined fleets of the galaxy could destroy one ship. The human paused. Then replied, "You could destroy this vessel." That answer surprised everyone. But not before it completes its mission. Silence returned. The mission. The human explained. "This ship carries instructions. If it is destroyed, those instructions activate. They will inform Earth that peaceful contact failed." No details were given. None were needed. The implication was clear. Earth had planned for betrayal. Earth expected violence. Earth was ready. The council realized something important then. Humans did not trust easily. But when they did speak, they spoke clearly. The human voice softened slightly. "We are not here to rule you. We are not here to threaten you." A pause. "We are here because history taught us one lesson above all others." The chamber waited. Never meet the unknown without strength. The transmission ended again. The warship did not move. Outside, smaller alien ships began to gather. Defensive formations. Nervous movements. The humans did nothing. They waited. And that waiting was worse than any threat. Because the galaxy now understood the truth. Earth did not fear the Council. Earth did not fear war. Earth feared only one thing. Being underestimated again. Fear never lasts long in powerful empires. Sooner or later, fear turns into pride. Inside the council chamber, voices rose. Some leaders whispered about surrender and agreement. Others spoke with anger. They said the humans were bluffing. One old empire, famous for crushing young species, grew especially loud. They had ruled for thousands of years. No single ship had ever spoken to them this way. "This is theater," their representative said. "Humans want to scare us. If we bow now, we admit weakness." Several council members warned against action. But pride won. Without a formal vote, the empire acted. Far from the council station, a small fleet changed course. Not a full armada. Just enough ships to send a message. Fast, sharp, and heavily armed. Their goal was not destruction. It was humiliation. The human warship detected them instantly. Still, it did nothing. Inside the ship, no alarm sounded. No rushed orders. The crew moved calmly, like this moment had been expected. The alien fleet closed in and opened communication. "This space is under council protection," the alien commander said. "Power down and prepare to be escorted." The human ship did not reply. The fleet took that silence as permission. Weapons charged. The council watched in horror as the situation slipped out of control. Orders were sent to stop the fleet, but distance and pride made them slow. The first alien ship fired. The shot never reached its target. Space bent for a brief second. Not light. Not sound. Just a sudden absence. Then the alien ship vanished. No explosion. No wreckage. It was simply gone. The council froze. Before anyone could react, the human ship fired again. One strike. 3 alien ships disappeared. The fleet broke formation instantly. Panic replaced discipline. Some ships tried to retreat. Others fired blindly. The human warship adjusted its aim with terrifying precision. Each shot removed a ship from existence. No wasted energy. No warning. In less than a minute, the entire fleet was gone. Silence returned. The human warship powered down its weapons. No chase. No pursuit. No final threat. It was over. Inside the council chamber, several leaders could not speak. Others stared at the empty space where the fleet once was. The empire that sent them said nothing at all. The human voice returned, calm as before. "That action was not an attack," it said. "It was a correction." The council demanded to know what weapon was used. The human replied simply, "An old one." That answer shook them more than the destruction itself. "You tested us," the voice continued. "You confirmed why we came prepared." The council leader asked the question everyone feared. "What happens if we send more ships?" There was a pause. Then the human answered. "Then you will lose more ships." No anger. No pride. Just truth. The human explained that Earth had no desire to fight the galaxy. War was costly. War was painful. Humans knew that better than most. But, the voice added, "we will never accept threats disguised as diplomacy." The warship remained in place, unmoving. The council finally understood the mistake they had made. Humans did not use power to dominate. They used it to draw clear lines. Cross them, and there would be no second warning. As emergency messages spread across the galaxy, one truth became clear to every empire watching. Earth was not weak. Earth was not reckless. Earth was patient. And patience, backed by power, was the most dangerous thing of all. The galaxy did not sleep that cycle. News of the destroyed fleet spread faster than fear. Every major empire received the same reports. The same sensor data. The same impossible readings. Ships erased without explosions. Weapons that did not burn worlds, but removed them from reality. And behind it all, one human warship waited in silence. Inside the council chamber, emergency lights glowed softly. Leaders argued. Some shouted. Some begged for calm. Many had ruled through strength for centuries, yet now they faced a species that treated power like a tool, not a trophy. One truth echoed in every mind. If one old human ship could do this, Earth was far stronger than anyone imagined. A representative from a peaceful trade race spoke first. We invited them, she said. We judged them as weak. That was our mistake. Others agreed. They had expected fear. They had received confidence. An aggressive empire demanded retaliation. If we unite our fleets, we can overwhelm Earth before they grow bolder, their leader insisted. But even he did not sound convinced. A military analyst presented cold numbers. A united attack would cost us millions of ships. And we still cannot guarantee victory. Silence followed. For the first time in galactic history, the Council faced a species that did not beg, threaten, or boast. Humans had simply shown what they were capable of. The Council leader ordered one final communication with the human warship. The response was instant. You are deciding whether to fear us, the human voice said. That is not the right question. The Council demanded to know Earth's demands. The answer was unexpected. We demand nothing, the human replied. Confusion spread. We offer terms, the voice continued. Simple ones. The terms appeared on the screens. No forced alliances. No tribute. No control over trade. Only 3 rules. Respect Earth's borders. Do not threaten human worlds. Do not test human restraint again. That was all. Some leaders were shocked. Others were relieved. The human added, if you accept these terms, this ship leaves, and Earth will send diplomats next time. The pause that followed felt endless. The Council prepared to vote. Each empire knew what this choice meant. Acceptance meant peace with a powerful species. Refusal meant a future written in fear and fire. Votes were cast one by one. Green lights filled the chamber. A few red lights appeared. Not enough. The final count confirmed it. The galaxy accepted Earth's terms. A signal was sent to the human warship. The response came with no celebration. Terms acknowledged, the human said. Earth will remember this choice. The warship slowly turned away from the Council station. Weapons stayed offline. Shields lowered slightly. Not as a sign of weakness, but trust. As the ship prepared to jump to warp, the human voice spoke one last time. We did not come here to scare you, it said. We came so you would never feel the need to scare us. Then the ship vanished into the dark. Inside the Council chamber, no one cheered. They sat quietly, understanding what had truly happened. The galaxy had not defeated humanity. The galaxy had been spared by it. And deep in their thoughts, many leaders wondered the same thing. If this was how humans negotiated peace, what would happen when they were truly angry? The warship's departure left a mark deeper than destruction ever could. Across the galaxy, leaders returned to their worlds changed. They ordered new defenses, not against invasion, but against misunderstanding. Schools rewrote history lessons. Military academies studied the human encounter as a warning, not a victory. Earth had not conquered anyone. Yet everyone felt conquered by the truth. On human worlds, the event was recorded quietly. No parades. No loud speeches. The warship's crew returned home without fame. To them, the mission was simple. Show strength. Set boundaries. Come back alive. Human leaders met in silence and reviewed the outcome. The galaxy had accepted the terms. No threats followed. No hidden fleets moved toward Earth. It had worked. Months passed. Trade ships arrived cautiously near human space. They kept respectful distance. Their messages were polite, careful, honest. Humans responded the same way. Slowly, trade began. Then shared research. Then cultural exchange. For the first time, the galaxy saw humans without weapons raised. They laughed. They argued. They created art and stories. Alien observers were confused. These were not monsters. These were not conquerors. These were survivors. A galactic historian began to write the official record of first contact. He studied the data again and again. The warship. The erased fleet. The vote. The silence after. At last, he understood. Humans were not feared because they were violent. They were feared because they learned from violence. Other species had grown strong in peace. Humans grew strong in chaos. They learned to expect betrayal, not because they wanted it, but because it kept them alive. The historian wrote one final conclusion. Humanity does not seek war, he recorded. But they do not fear it. That makes them dangerous to enemies, and valuable as allies. Years later, another council invitation was sent to Earth. This time, no one asked for diplomats alone. The invitation included clear terms. Equal status. Mutual respect. Shared protection. Earth accepted. A human diplomatic ship arrived. Small. Unarmed. Bright with symbols of peace. No warship followed. The council chamber welcomed the humans warmly. There were smiles. There were words of trust. But no one forgot the first meeting. No one forgot the dark ship that waited in silence. No one forgot the lesson. Because the galaxy finally understood the truth about humanity. Humans did not send a warship because they wanted power. They sent it because they had learned something the hard way. Peace is not given to the weak. Peace is negotiated by those who can survive without it. And that was why Earth was never invited twice without respect. Because once the galaxy saw humanity clearly, it knew better than to ever underestimate them again.